Our next speaker is someone who is not only the wife but the mother of a police officer and has spoken very passionately on these issues in Albany. Is a true leader, as is Senator Palumbo, on these crazy bills. And I'd like to introduce Senator Alexis Weik.
Thank you, Senator Boyle. When we talk about police stand down, it says it right there. We're looking for the police to stand down. That's what our Attorney General, the top dog of law enforcement in our state, is asking the police to stop doing their job. She's asking the police to stop doing their job. And this is the message we're putting out there. Our governor is crying that crime rates are soaring. I'm listening to senators from across the aisle when I'm up in Albany saying, we've never seen so many violent crimes. We've never seen so many deaths, so many shootings. Why do you think that is? When you take police reform and you decide that you're going to let criminals out of jail and you're going to give parole after 15 years, after a judge and jury has already decided the fate of that individual. Colin Ferguson was sentenced to 315 years in jail, and now he can be eligible for parole to come out. Do you think he's going to go get a job at Carvel, or do you think he's going to go back to the sick things he was doing to begin with? These are not rehabilitated individuals. It is not up to the parole board to decide that after an individual has been charged with 315-year life sentence that they can let them out. Police officers are trained to do their job. They are trained properly to identify themselves and to control the situation. The police stand down law says that it needs to be responded to. The police need to respond as a reasonable person would. Well, I can tell you that a reasonable person, when confronted with a criminal act, is going to call the police. They're going to ask the police to step in. They want them to do their job. They are trained. This is what they want to do. They want to be able to respond in an emergency situation and take control of the situation so that no one gets harmed, and the individual can then be brought to a court of justice and be heard before a judge and a jury. That's the process that our country has had for decades, and this is where we go with law enforcement. This is what law enforcement is all about. So the fact that we've got the top dog, our Attorney General, the number one arm of law enforcement in the state, calling for the police to stand down, that it's just unheard of. We need all of the individuals, all of our constituents, to reach out to their Senate, their assembly members, their governor, their Attorney General, and let them know that in the last 4 days of session, we do not want a tidal wave of anti-police bills being passed. We like our safety and security. We like the blanket of protection that our police departments provide to us, and we don't want that taken away. With that, I will introduce Senator Phil Boyle. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Senator.